I'm going.
I know who you're talking about.
If you steal, you die.
Yes, what is it?
Caleb sent me.
What does he want now? I testified about what I saw, just like he wanted me to. This whole thing between Caleb and Fink is starting to get on my nerves. I shouldn't have said anything, okay? But what's done is done, and that's that.
About this situation with the Separatists.
Do you have any idea what I should do? I feel this is a...
You should keep...
I wish I was as certain as you, but I don't feel right about this. I'm really not sure who I saw Fink meeting. What if Fink really was speaking to a friend? But the chances of an alb from Zakor coming so close to the dome... No, I don't really believe that it was an alb. I mean, how often do you see them on their own?
I am an alb. Trust me. I know when albs are lying.
You're an alb?
A former alb. Like you, I can't go home without them thinking I'm a traitor. I know albs, and Fink is lying.
Well, then you're right. The risk is too great. Thank you for backing me up. I've been so worried about the truth. You've helped me decide. Thank you. The Separatists must leave the city. I will go to Caleb and tell him that I won't say anything. Why are you creeping around? Don't go trying to steal stuff. I've had enough of that shit.
Stop being an asshole. The people up there will take care of it.
Another time, yeah?
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something... Do you usually spend time with people?
I was an alb myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking ELEX. That is rare. Which makes me question how you did it.
Vivian sent me. About the technician job.
I am without question the best candidate they will find. Therefore, selecting me is the logical choice. But I need proof that the clerics are really willing to work with me. If I am to work for the clerics, then I would like to be paid. The free people seem to value shards above all things, and so payment would be proof that they take me seriously.
What are your qualifications for this job?
I served as the battlefield technician for my unit in Zay. I have already discovered errors in the AI systems of the clerics' mechs, and I would be... Even the dome isn't running as efficiently as it could. That is another thing.
I'm not paying you.
Good. Then you have made your decision and mine. I will not work for the clerics.
Being an asshole.
I've heard that before.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliad all over again.
Have you been exiled from Goliad?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of ELEX, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? ELEX marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're...
I took ELEX in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it? You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed ELEX in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the ELEX you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know ELEX and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
Excellent.
Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it.
Yes, I'd heard things were rough there, too.
That is a shame.
Are the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out there?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the Duke. If you end up in the desert in Tavar, you can thank him in person by joining the Outlaws.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way. You'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Business? With me?
You see someone else here? Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. While Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any use.
So, what do you think? Should we get in?
Don't worry, there's no getting involved. You shouldn't have any trouble finding something out.
I won't.
Against is such an ugly word. Let's just say you're working for filling your pockets with shards. That sounds much better.
I'm thinking about it.
Good. And while you're thinking about it, imagine what you can spend the shards on.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he...
Vivian sent me to talk to you about the technician's job.
Yeah, good. And I'd like to apply for the job. And I'm willing to pay any price to get it. While I'm certain there must be people better qualified than me, there isn't anybody who will pay you as much as I will.
I've heard enough.
Okay. And remember to put in a good word for me with Vivian.
I have to go.
So, you come here from Goliath?
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde.
That is just... Wait.
One of the outlaws told me.
The Outlaws? The last thing we need is for them to know about our problems. Do you think it's just one outlaw that knows, or do they all know?
I have no idea.
That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, can you help me?
We might be able to come to...
An agreement? Okay, sure, an agreement. If you don't help us, we could lose everything we have here. And if things fall apart out there, you can be certain that it will get bloody for everyone.
What's so important about fixing your communications right now?
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check why without communications being re-established. That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you need combat mechs for?
I don't know. I guess they're worried about And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently, but who knows how long that'll last. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need a link with the Hort to keep this place going. We need to get this fixed as soon as possible. And please, please, keep this problem confidential. Otherwise, we are very likely to face even greater challenges. Here are the coordinates at the relay station that's gone down. It's over to the northeast of the city. Head that way and keep looking out for an antenna on the horizon. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom, but there's a chance you might have to climb the antenna mast. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can... I hope that'll be enough to fix the problem.
About the
Yes?
Naira doesn't want the job.
Why not?
She wanted to be paid in advance.
Then I agree with you. I want someone dedicated to the task, not to shards. That on top of the risk of letting an alb into our technology? You're right. Let's forget about her.
You should give the berserker Rorik the technician's job.
Then you think he has the experience and that he will dedicate himself to the Dome City?
Rorik will be trustworthy, but he does have something against authority.
Loyalty is the most important thing. Out of all the clerics here, I'm the one who can best understand a need to buck authority. Good, right, then I hope we have our technician. Thank you for helping me with the selection. Here, your payment as promised. I'd better go and take care of my new recruit right away. This should secure us going forward, at least.
Hello, stranger. You should stock up on supplies before you head out into the wilderness. I have everything
What do you have to offer me?
in a...
Do you know what you're doing here? Do you understand the paths you have taken? Or
Another
can
beast!
I guide you to enlightenment?
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm nobody. Just a humble servant of Kalan, our creator. You shouldn't worry about who or what I am. It is your path that matters.
What are you doing out here?
Kalan sent me to find lost souls, like you, to help them find the true path.
Tell me about Kalan, your god.
Kalan is our god, the god of all those on Magalan. He offers wisdom, salvation, and clarity amongst all the madness of the world. Kalan is our protector. Kalan is our salvation. And Kalan will be the one who allows us to win this war. I know not all people find belief easy. Belief amongst all this horror of war seems alien. But our way of life can offer you a lot. Tell me about yourself, and tell me the truth. I can only offer you true guidance if you give me the truth. Where have you spent your life?
In Zakor, I was an alb.
An alb? We live in changing times. The only albs to be seen outside Zakor were in raiding parties. Soldiers attacking the world they didn't know. Now there are separatists and you. You aren't like the others. The separatists still take ELEX. Clearly you don't. Interesting, if you say so. Have you joined a faction?
No, I'm not a member of any faction.
Then you will face that decision one day. To know who we are, we must first find where we belong. And how have you survived out here? Have you given in to the bloodlust suffered by the Albs since you left Zakor? Have you taken the life of anyone amongst the free people?
Yes, I have.
Who hasn't done that in these times? It is good that you accept what you have done. With acceptance comes self-knowledge. I just have one last question, and please, don't lie to me. Honesty redeems. So tell me, did you lie to me when you answered any of the previous questions?
No, I was truthful.
Then you are strong-willed. Either you did answer my questions truthfully, or you resisted my powers of suggestion. Either way, you would make a valuable addition to our community. Come with me to Ignadon. I'll take you there. At the Hort, you can see what we can offer you.
Take me to Ignadon.
Very well. I will take you to the gates and leave you in the care of the guard at the entrance. Let's go.
Halt, stranger. Not another step. You're walking on the holy ground of Kalan. The only people allowed in here are clerics, recruits, or traders with permits.
They wonder why they are short of people. We welcome all in Goliath.
That's because there's nothing worth stealing in Goliath.
Wow, you really are a welcoming face, aren't you? Where am I?
You are in Ignadon, at the Hort, the stronghold of the clerics, the repository of Magalan's knowledge, and the last bastion of the free people against the threat of the Owls.
So how can I get in?
Sorry, I thought I made that clear. You can only enter the Hort if you are a cleric, a recruit, or you have a trading permit.
I want to become a cleric.
Find a suggester who considers you worthy. There are suggesters recruiting across all the lands of Magalan. Perhaps you've not met one because they don't consider you worthy. But if you want to look, try Raynor. He is recruiting men throughout Abessa.
You bought me the goods. I mean, that's why you're talking to me, right? You have the goods. Where are the goods?
What goods?
Want? Goods! Goods! What the hell is what I want? How am I supposed to trade without goods?
You're a trader?
I was, because you know what a trader needs? Goods!
We should at least find out his terms.
Yes, finally sense. Let's talk terms.
You don't have any goods?
No, it was a total fuck-up. The caravan that was bringing them went straight through Ripper country in the middle of breeding season. Guess how that good idea went. The men are dead, but the goods are sitting out there just waiting to be picked up. Unless some outlaw's taken them back to the fort already. Oh, fuck it. This was supposed to be my payday. But if you help me, it still could be. And in return, I can get you into the Hort. How about that?
How can you help me get into the Hort?
With a trading permit. That would open the door. Xander would let you in for sure. So, what do you think? Will you help me?
I'll find your goods.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Finally, a break. Right.
I'll get this one. That's enough now. That's enough now. That's enough now. Look out!
I think I
You did! You did!
Yes.
Yes! Yes, that's what I needed! So, what can I do for you? Shards? A trading permit for the Hort? A discount on...
The shards could come in useful.
I'll take the shards.
Yeah, sure. Of course. And just let me know if you want to trade. I'll go to the Hort. If you want something, you'll...
I'll get this one.
May Kalan watch over you.
Halt, stranger. Not another step.
Can you recruit me?
No. I am not
Where can I get a trip?
There is currently a 4-month waiting period, so unless you find a merchant who is wanting to give up theirs...
Here. Is this enough to persuade you to...
I'm going to pretend you didn't try to offer me a... That sort of thing might work in Tavar, but here in Ignadon, it's an insult to my honor. Although, it is... Accepting shards is forbidden, but... If you could take care of some business for me... And perhaps persuade me that you entering the Hort was...
You have a deal. Tell me what...
Good, right. I can't talk about this now. There's an inspection due. But we'll talk later. Unless you've got any questions about the Horde I could answer for you, then you won't find Kalan's commandment. You should know that anyone bringing initiates into the Horde will be responsible for them. All initiates must be clear of mind. Chems are forbidden. Anyone found taking them will need to report to the Suggestors for... All who are clear of mind must hear Kalan's words. All must adhere to his wisdom, and tell others of it. For we need to recruit. We've taken losses in our battle with the Albs, and now the Berserkers and the Outlaws are trying to take advantage of... Which is crazy! If we fall, then who is going to stop the Albs sweeping all the free people from Magaland? Those who wish to join us must come to the Hort to train. The successful ones become acolytes. That's it. Briefing over. You are free to move about.
Cleric stronghold. No wonder so many of them want to spend time outside of Ignadon.
Brought you a report from another city.
Yes? Which city did you go to?
I went to the Dome City in Abessa.
Any information about the other factions is useful. Tell me what you learned.
The people in the Dome City seem to want to remain neutral, but they are waiting to be attacked by the Alps. They know the war is...
I think they're short of supplies and feeling lost, leaderless, awaiting the axe to fall. The war has displaced a lot of refugees into Abessa, and there's a lot of argument over what to do with them and what they mean. That takes up most of their time. Thank you for your report.
I visited the Horde in Ignadon.
The Hort? Stronghold of our old enemy. So, tell me about their strength.
They're prepared, well-disciplined, and they're developing new weaponry. But they are short on manpower.
I had heard they were recruiting. How are their forces distributed?
Their attention is focused largely on the Alps, but they haven't forgotten the other factions. I think their main concern is being attacked if they decide to take on the Alps.
At least they seem to have recognized who their real enemy is. Thank you for your report.
I'm ready to join the Berserkers.
You have recognized the value of our people. Once you have made your pledge, you will be expected to stand by it. Clerics, Albs, outlaws, all will see you as one of us from this point.
I'm ready to make my pledge.
Then so it shall be. With honor, with faith, with hope, you tie your blood to the soils of Magalan, our mother planet, and pledge to rebuild her as she was. It has been many years since the first Berserkers settled in this place. We found protection and a future for our kind in the ruins of the old world. From here, we have regrown a world that came before even that. From desert, from dead rock, we have brought back life. With our magic, we have held back those who see our future as one dominated by machines. We have stood against the forces of Zakor. We have struck down the converter they built on our land. But none of us can achieve this alone. None can stand alone. We must stand together. The time has come to accept another member into our community. He came to us as a stranger. Now he stands in our midst, having earned the right to become one of us. The law of the Berserkers will guide him from this day. We are the Fellowship of Magic and of Warriors. And we welcome you to our number.
Very good.
Where are the World Heart?
The World Heart in Tavar was sent to an oasis out in the desert. You will have to walk carefully once you're there. The outlaws do not take kindly to people crossing through their lands. You'll find the World Heart in Abessa to the south.
What do I have to do to be promoted?
Listen, friend. Most people who have achieved the rank of warrior worked hard for it. It could take years until you are ready for that step.
There must be a way to climb faster here.
The only way to get early promotion would be to get all warlords to agree to that. Each of us have our own beliefs and requirements, and sometimes they will come into conflict. Until then, you will carry out your duties as a cultivator. Ultimately, we can't leave the fields to themselves. Prove yourself capable of following orders. And if you inspire others to speak for you, this may help persuade the warlords to give you their pledge. There are many who seek promotion, and you must show you are worthy of that honor.
About my promotion to warrior. Will you give me your pledge?
I will, if you can prove your loyalty and usefulness. You can start by finding Gunnar for me. He is in the Valley of the Damned. Tell him I need him for a special task. He is to return to Goliath immediately.
What is he doing in the Valley of the Damned?
He was exiled there. But I need someone of his ability. And Gunnar is a man determined about a task once it is started. He earned the rank of Paladin, and I hope he can prove his loyalty if he returns to Goliath. I am certain he can prove that he has served his sentence and is ready to return. So go. Bring him back for me.
Where in the Valley of the Damned is he?
He is supposed to report to the ruins below the lift in the valley. I admit we have been lax in checking of late. We just haven't had the people to spare to keep a proper eye on the exiled.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
Such technology.
I'd like...
Pick your arm.
You're short of...
Everyone's lost people to the Alps. Workers, cultivators, warriors. You'll need to earn your place. And the shards to pay.
Noted.
Good. Because the last guy who tried buying things here with unicorn balls ended up eating his own.
Your buddy Al...
He is?
He's dead.
Yes. I got that. Shit. I knew nothing good would happen to that old soak. But dead. He was... Thank you for letting me know. Where is his body?
Below Ragnar's stronghold.
Right. I will take care of his funeral as soon as I can.
Sure, okay.
Really?
That technology will get you into trouble here.
Teach me some.
Yeah, sure.
these ruins must have witnessed. Let's go.
No. No. Too easy.
Halt! Who goes there? Wait, is that you, Jax? I thought you were dead.
Do I look dead?
No. It seems you can't be trusted even in death.
What else did you hear about me?
Here? You mean, what other lies did they sell us? We were told you were executed. You failed your mission, and execution was carried out in the field. What was the real plan? Infiltrate somewhere undercover?
No plan. They really tried to kill me.
You expect me to buy that?
Look at me. Do I look like I'm taking ELEX? Why would I sacrifice that strength and then try and kill you? When have the Elexitors ever allowed people to stop taking ELEX?
Then what did happen? Why would they try and execute you?
My raider was shot down. Calix was there at the crash site. He carried out the directive. Execution of those who fail orders. I fell from a cliff when he shot me. Calix must have thought he'd done his job. But I'm alive, and I want answers.
I wouldn't have believed that a few months ago. However, that story fits with other things that I have seen and heard. There is a change in Zakor. Troops being withheld. Commanders changed. Orders aren't followed with the precision we were used to.
What do you think is happening?
I've only just started thinking. In Zakor, I was a drone, an ELEX-fed soldier. They didn't tell me anything. Now, I'm just a soldier. And without the ELEX to dull me, I get to be pissed that I wasn't told anything.
What exactly is your job out here?
Reconnaissance. We're gathering information on the Free People. The Albs and Zakor want us dead as traitors. The Free People don't know what to make of us. We're surrounded by threat on all sides. But it was the same in Zakor. There have been changes since the Elexitors took control of the courts of the palace. You were probably a victim of those changes.
Do you know Calix's current location?
His troops moved through a pass to the north in the highlands of Abessa a few days ago. The Ice Palace is gathering its strength. If you ask me, we should prepare ourselves for a large-scale attack soon. Almost every day, we get a new stream of soldiers and officers defecting to us. So we're still hearing news from Zakor. Your name has been dropped, dishonored, and another commander has taken your place.
So, you believe?
Well, you're here and they lied about you. I don't know what the others at headquarters think about you, but you're on the outside too now, Jax. Zakor will see you as a separate... So, if you want to stay alive, I guess you're stuck with us. Zakor won't forget you were sentenced for execution. That makes us allies of circumstance, if nothing else. You should speak with our leader, Sestak. Our headquarters are located at the converter in South Abessa. I'd better get back to guard duty. There are outlaws roaming around out here. They will kill you and have your stuff on the black market before your body hits the ground. They haven't made us welcome, that's for sure.
Thanks for the warning.
Magalan is a truly amazing place. Look out! Ah!